Evening. Welcome to Once Upon a Roll. We're jumping back into our Bloodlands campaign this evening. Last we had left off, you all took the journey down to Millgrove to drop off the alchemical ingredients as well as the notes that you had found to procure and produce a cure for the demonic spore infection that had been plaguing the area outside of Silver Lake. Leaving that with the resident alchemical expert, Gilbon Bondergill, you decided that you had a couple days while he worked to go and follow up on a lead gifted to you by a devil you had crossed paths with once. A lead that takes you to a bandit camp. A camp of bandits that had come across you and Mastiff group and had, well, gotten away with quite a fair bit of Bishop's gold. Now you stand at the precipice of this bandit camp, Bishop having just taken a shot at one of the bandits, the one that Bishop, you and he had been in a little bit of a standoff with. The sound of the gunfire crackling, ripping through the air as combat begins. The bandit that you had shot, Bishop, you could hear, yeah, attack! What attack? You could hear voices coming from other places like, what was that? Is that thunder? Azul, you're up first. So right now you can see just the one that Bishop had shot.
I will bless
Alright.
Bishop. Yeah, Persephone and Fred.
Alright.
And I'm good here. I'm not even.
Gotcha. Next up is, well, running out of the building. What the hell happened to you? It's them! They're back! Them, who are you? And then looking towards you, he sees Bishop standing up from the group. Ah, shit! He's going to take out his short bow and take a couple shots at you, Bishop. First one, 25 to hit.
That
Whoa.
hits.
The second one is a 12,
Miss.
and the third is a 13.
Miss.
Alright, so you take 7 points of piercing plus 4 points of poison for a total of 11 points of damage as he rushes up. Come on, come on, come on! And starts to drag him away, but not getting too far. Still within your line of sight. It is now Bishop's turn.
Yeah. All right. That's right. It's me. It's us. Now y'all can come willingly and surrender, or we're about to take this whole operation down. I can only see this one little guy right there, huh?
You can see both of them from where you are right now. Yeah, you can see both of them.
Where was the other one?
There are two of them. Oh, does he like kind of part? There's one here.
Oh, okay. It just,
I guess you really can't see him if he's like just the tiniest of a sliver in the black. Okay, in the Shraga War.
Yeah.
He would have half cover, but yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yep. He would have half cover because of some of the stuff blocking your view, but sharpshooter, you don't care about that.
I don't. Yeah, sure don't. So we're gonna start it off with a bang.
Okay.
Fighting spirit. Clearly, they don't want to surrender. So
Snapping off the arrow the one that did hit you. Who are you attacking?
Our good old friend here.
All right.
That is a 13 to hit.
That does hit, yes.
Oof, that's for 21 piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So as he kind of is hobbling, sort of like clutching his shoulder from the bullet wound that you had inflicted a few seconds ago, now this one goes right through his back of the chest, and he just goes limp in the bandit captain's arms. No, shit, no! He's continuing to try to drag the limp body of this bandit back. This guy is...
And I got an extra attack for Mr. Bandit Captain.
Yes, you do. I'll leave him like that.
That's a 22 to hit.
That does hit, yes.
That's 22 piercing damage.
He's going to use his reaction to uncanny dodge that to 11.
Okay. Nice.
So still a good solid chunk of damage, but he manages to make it graze his shoulder instead of the same solid hit that you had given the bandit earlier.
And I'm going to move towards them.
Mm-hmm.
Still not too late for him. I said it again. I'll say it again. You still have a chance to surrender before the rest of my team gets here and decides to act.
He grits his teeth, speaking through clenched teeth, growling at you. You don't know who you're messing with. Clive! Clive! Is that the end of your turn?
That would be yes. Yeah,
Alright. After your turn. Walking out of the nearby building, you can see, looks like a pretty tall mountain of a man standing well over 6 feet tall, wearing what looks like plate mail armor. You can see Bishop as you are close enough by. Some of the engravings on the shoulder and around the adornments of the armor are familiar to you. Military insignia. You also can see across the chest plate like little notches, marks of that many of those that were in the Kian military used to signify the amount of battles that they had been a part of. And this man has well over a dozen. He steps out and looks to the fallen bandit bleeding out, maybe dead at his side, and then to you. Come in here. Challenge me. Attack my men. Don't mess with my people. And he's going to come up to you, and with his sword in hand, he's going to attack you. First attack. 13.
Miss.
You manage to dodge out of the way, the great sword crashing down, kicking up dirt, debris. The second one, jeez, that's a 16 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, another, and the third is a natural 20.
That hits.
All right. Two dodges, and then the last one, though, you don't manage to recover in time, and he brings down the greatsword right onto your shoulder blade. You take 27 points of slashing damage as the greatsword cuts through you.
7.
Men! To me! Protect this place at all costs! It is now Persephone's turn.
I'm behind a rock thing. Yeah. So.
You're like in the tree bushes area, yeah.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure. Okay. So I just want to move out towards this character. Well, I just use my movement to get close to the guy. I don't know.
Okay.
Through or whatever. Yeah.
30 feet.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hex on him.
Sorry, I cut off for a second there. What'd you say?
I'm going to Hex him.
Okay. Hex.
Yeah. Gonna hex him against strength, I guess, maybe? I don't know.
Alright.
How much movement do I have left? Do I have any left? Or...
No, you do not. That
Okay,
was all
so
30 feet.
Then I'll cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Extending the gauntlet out. Wisps of this fiendish energy from the components you had crafted out of circle around the gauntlet, and you blast the energy forth towards the apparent leader of this compound.
So it's an 18 to hit?
18 does hit, yes.
And a 13 to hit?
13 does not hit.
Okay, so it's 13. Oh, right, I have to roll it. So it's 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage, okay. As one of them ricochets off his armor, the second one strikes true. The armor itself looks a bit old, worn, but still obviously offers a fair amount of protection.
Oh. Never mind.
What?
No.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, Melody, you're up.
Alrighty, I'm going to move, sorry, Frederica, sorry, excuse me.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Am I able, from where I'm standing, able to see Clive from here?
Yes.
Perfect. And I want to go ahead and aim at him and use my Melody of Precision.
Okay.
And I'm going to look at him straight in the eye from 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to tell him. Sorry, Melody's just freaking out of how much Bishop is hurt. She clenches her fist. And I'm going to go apply action now. Sorry, I'm getting used to Dice Cloud again. My apologies. Okay. Come on, Clive. We'd hate to end your demise. So if you just surrender now, it will be wise. As she cocks her head to aim the bow at him.
Meow, that's right.
Oh no, that's a 9 to hit.
That does not hit.
Damn. All that shit talking for
He
one.
sidesteps it.
That's not what Melody was planning in her head when she said that. So for my next move, I am going to look at Ezekiel and I'm going to bardic inspire him. And I'm going
Okay.
to look at him and I'm going to say, I can't believe I let that one fail. Oh my god. I look at Ezekiel, who fire in my eyes. You see that, Ezekiel? The fire burning within you is just as great as this team. Don't let us down as I inspire him.
Okay. Take your inspiration.
Yeah. And I also have 15 more feet of movement, right?
Yep.
So can I go back and hide?
Yep. Well, you can go back. You can't hide. But you're in cover. You can't actually take the hide action. All right.
And that ends my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, it is the bandits' turn. One of whom is down. The other from nearby buildings. Come out. Seemingly inspired by the presence of Clive, they rush directly towards you, Bishop, and attack. The first one is a 20 to hit, not natural.
I hit.
You take 2 points of slashing damage. Min roll. And the next one's the natural 1, so that does not hit.
Oh, nice.
I'm in danger.
And then... Melody, that's a 16 to hit against you. Does that hit?
It does hit, yup.
Okay. Melody, you take 3 points of piercing damage from a crossbow bolt, the origins of which you don't see, but appear to be coming from, let's see, somewhere in this direction. Over here. You're not exactly sure where, but somewhere from over here, that crossbow bolt fired. Okay?
Oh, okay. Oh.
It is now Ezekiel's turn.
Okay. Oh, these controls are so weird. Okay, and then... man, do I want to fire?
So many juicy targets, including Bishop.
I know, that's he's already low.
I will take that inspiration back.
But you have to hear me out. Hmm.
You can hit a number of them without hitting Bishop, but you just have to throw it a bit further. It'd be 2 plus the one that's currently down and maybe already dead. You could hit the captain, the bandit captain, and Clive if you wanted to.
I think I'm gonna fireball, yeah.
So like back here or where? So probably
there.
back far enough to hit, to just, okay, so where are you doing it? It's a 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah, so I'm thinking like here. That way it gets him, and then maybe whoever else is in the area. Obviously, bandit captain.
Alright, so let's see. You could do it so that it hits the master thief, or the bandit captain, sorry.
Yeah.
Clive and bandit A, as well as bandit B, of course.
Okay, so
Without hitting Bishop.
like here-ish? Or...
Yeah, over around here-ish would be
Yeah.
where you would have to angle it. Or like here-ish or something like that, somewhere around
I'm
here.
thinking
you could-
right like right
Yep.
here.
All right.
I
So
think that'll not hit Bishop.
yep. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll your damage as I roll the saving throws. So starting from Bandit A
D6.
is a natural 1. That fails. Clive. That's another 1. What is it? That's 3 1s already. Clive's going to be using his Indomitable to re-roll a failed saving throw.
A high level fighter.
That
Yep.
becomes
I remember that.
14. I still don't think that saves.
Nope.
Oh.
It's got to be a 16.
All right. And the last one is a 17. So the Master Thief does save dexterity, turns out.
Are you applying that inspiration to that
I
damage?
am.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Fired.
Hmm. All right, so what's the damage?
Sorry, I'm having to write this down that way I don't forget numbers.
Get more dice.
4, 5, 6.
You
I
just
have
throw them all at the
4
same time.
sets right now, so and then remind me how Bardic Inspiration interacts with this. I
You
just know I can
roll
use
the
it.
dice and add the damage. Does it work with multi-target things like this?
I don't know.
Magical inspiration.
Question. Let me double check.
I think so, but I don't know.
If a creature has a bardic inspiration die from you and casts a spell that restores hit points or deals damage, the creature
And
can
choose
roll
a
dice
target
roll.
affected by the spell. So you choose one person to take the bonus damage, not everybody.
Okay, well, in that case, let me look at the board real quick. You said the bandit captain saved?
Yeah. So he would take half damage.
He would take half damage. I will put it on Clive, I guess.
Okay.
So,
What's the
that's
damage?
14, that's 19, that's 22, that's 25, that's 28. 28 total.
And
And
then plus a D8, I believe, is your inspiration dice, Melody.
Yeah, D8.
So plus a D8 for Clive.
so, plus another. Okay, plus a D8. Let's roll that real quick. This one. Oh no. There you go. Plus 2. So he got 30.
So 30 to Clive, 28 to the others. The Master Thief did succeed. So you loose the fireball spell. A massive explosion rocks the area, setting the nearby houses like smoldering, simmering, not quite catching fully ablaze, but maybe in a bit. The bandit captain drops his hold on the other bandit as he is swallowed by the flames, and the skin begins to burn and melt away. This guy is absolutely dead at this point. The bandit captain manages to dodge all of the damage due to his evasion. This bandit is likewise gone, and Clive seems is patting himself out, gritting his teeth against the pain. You can hear him screaming from the sudden explosion and being wreathed and consumed by the fireball, but still standing, eyes trained on you, Ezekiel, as the smoke clears.
Okay, that's cool. Just for flavor reasons, when I casted it, I wanted my character to scream out "Ignore!"
Ignore?
Ignore. It's Elvish for fire.
Gotcha.
So I want to for that.
Alright. Understood.
And I still have my bonus action.
Okay.
So let me see if I can do anything. I know I can't
If
use
you cannot cast a
spell.
spell, so
Yes, I cannot. Um, Harness Divine Power. That is a bonus action. Okay, I'm going to harness Divine Power with my one of my channel divinities. It's not going to be the Long Rest resource one from my
Okay.
amulet. So I'm going to get back 2 spell points. Yippee.
Gotcha. All right.
With that, I'm going to end my turn.
Gotcha. The bandit captain, the one who was doing the negotiating with you guys while as they were robbing you, basically. It's them, Clive. These are the ones we told you about. And you led them back to us. We didn't. I don't know how they found us. From the side. Where's my control for the fog of war? There it is. From over here. 2 longbow shots. Arrows coming at you, Ezekiel.
Oh man.
First one is a 17 to hit.
Where is my chart? Here it is. That AC. That does not hit.
Okay. Second one is also a 17. So, both longbows ricochet off of your armor or shield from the scout to the side, who then ducks back behind this building here. It is now your turn, Frederica.
Was Frederica able to witness like what happened with Ezekiel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, what did you just do? Did you just kill him? This isn't how it's supposed to go. What? There's a bit of conflict within Frederica. She understands that they're under threat currently, though they're the ones that initiated it. Most of her rage is directed towards imps and devils and, demons. That is where most of her hatred and where her targets are. She's a bit more conflicted with humans, despite, the earlier encounters with, like, the mage. It's confusing her a bit.
Gotcha.
And just a bunch of thoughts are racing through her mind. She's going to... I'm going to use my entire speed with Get Me There. If I could just go to this area right here, where the pile of ashes were.
Oh, jeez. So where'd you start? Like, near Melody?
Oh gosh, I lost 5. I already count, but it was like 5,
Oh,
10,
okay.
15, 20, 25, 30,
30, and then
40,
bonus
and then
action,
50.
get me there with the wind boost from the mall. Okay, so you're right here, standing amidst the scorched ground left in the wake of Ezekiel's fireball. The smell of burning dirt, grass, and flesh, fresh in the air.
This isn't right. You guys have to stop. We both have to stop. Otherwise, more people are going to die. You guys took advantage of innocents that crossed this road, but this isn't what I want. I don't think this is what any of us want. Please don't make me fight.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage due to the fact that people have already died.
You're leaving.
All right.
Oh, wait. Oh. Never mind.
What's up?
Nothing.
Anything else you want to do? Dodge action, something? What? I think you use just your bonus.
Ba 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 ba. I'm gonna activate Rage, but in more of a sense of her being distraught.
Gotcha. All right, so just the overwhelming sensations of confusion, emotion of the situation drives Frederica to a heightened emotional state. Go ahead and roll your D8. Emotional burst, not rage.
Wow, a 6. Let me quickly Google that shit.
So,
Almost like I should have had this stuff already.
Oh, it's the one with the thing.
Uh,
I don't know.
uh. Alright, 6 is until rage ends, surrounded by multicolored protective lights. I gain +1 bonus to AC. And
Okay.
within 10 feet, allies gain the same bonus.
ooh, nice. No allies within 10 feet, unfortunately. But
Wayne.
+1 AC, good to know. So, cheer up as Clive turns to you. You can still see that the fringes of his hair are still singed and burning away from the result of Ezekiel's fireball. Right in front of him, one of the bandits lays smoldering. Come to our home. Attack us. Then ask for peace. It's too late for that. We talk with swords. It is now Azul's turn.
I will. Wither and bloom.
Okay. So
How big
that's
is this?
the only ones that I think the only ones that matter for it are Bishop and the two enemies that are flanking him anyway, right? Because everyone else is at full HP.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure that if you center it around Bishop, it'll hit the other two, right? It's not just 5 feet, is it? Or what is it?
10 foot.
10-foot square radius. What?
Foot radius sphere centered at a point within range.
Okay. So that should be able to, yeah, that would be able to get all three. If you wanted Clive, the Bandit E, and Bishop would all be in range of that. Is it a specific saving throw?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
What if I just wanted Clive and Bishop?
Okay, yeah, you could do that. Just Clive and Bishop, got it. That is a 22 on Clive's save.
Just as I expected. Bishop gets to spend 1 unspent hit dice to recover health.
Alright. So if you want, you can go ahead and roll a d10 to recover health. And is there half damage on save for that?
Half as much on save, yes.
Okay.
Let's see. Whatever you roll +4, David.
Oh, it's +4. Oh, okay. I'll just add an extra one. Since my hit die is +3. Okay. There you go.
Well,
It's about it's
think-
with yours. It's yours, right? Your modifier.
yeah, I think it's mine, not your Constitution modifier. I think it's your hit dice number, whatever you roll +4, not the 3.
Plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Okay, yeah, that works. Plus the 4.
I don't know. Eight
What's up?
takes 4.
4 points of
It was
damage.
an 8. So he takes
Gotcha.
4.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, there we go. I am my turn.
All right. Next up is the bandit captain. So what do we do, Clive? If they want to talk, then we do so only after we've evened our losses. They've spilled our blood, spill theirs now. All right. And he pulls back, takes out his short bow, and is going to use 3 arrows. And the first one going at you, Frederica. That is a 19 to hit.
I think that's literally just enough with her rage.
Really? Her rage gives her
I think
more
she has
AC.
18
right,
normally. She has +1 now.
Oh, jeez. All right, so
Yeah,
that
hits.
would be 5 points of piercing reduced to 2 plus 5 poison, so 7 total. The other 2 arrows go past you and are aimed at Bishop. That is a 14 to hit
Miss.
and a 9 to hit.
Yeah.
Bobbing and weaving. Bishop, it is your turn.
God damn it! This is not what it was supposed to be. Look, me and you, we're military men. Why are you stealing from people?
It's not really the place to go into my entire backstory. You're military as well. You know that it is what... Then, that we do what we have to do. I can see it in your eyes. You've done things you regret as well. I'll make sure you add this one to your list if you make it out alive. Don't mess with my people.
You first. Sad times. I am going to make attack rolls against
Alright.
Clivecito.
Gotcha.
First with my sword.
Mm-hmm.
$25 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit. Jeez. You're rolling so unlike Bishop so far.
That's 9. That's 9 slashing damage.
Alright.
Another slash.
Okay.
That's a 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Scratches across his plate body.
And I'm going to second wind.
Alright. Any movement?
Nah, we're right here.
You're good?
Hmm. Where is my action surge?
Ooh.
I will find it later because I can't see it. I'm blind. Oh, there it is.
You're action searching? Okay.
Yeah.
So, more katana strikes, just a blur of steel.
This one's a bullet.
Ooh, pew pew. Get him.
That's a 21 to hit.
Yes.
6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And another bullet.
Uh-huh. Bang, bang.
28 to hit.
Yes, Jesus Christ.
7 piercing damage.
Okay. Pew. All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. You can see the bullets ripping through the plate body, and you can see blood beginning to stream down the thigh, the leg of Clive Ditmer. He grits his teeth, and you can see him steel his resolve. He's going to use a bonus action to second wind. Then clenches the greatsword in both hands, looks back to you, Frederica. Maybe we can talk, if you still want to. Once I take this one. Looking back to you, Bishop, and he's going to attack you with the greatsword. The first one, a 25 to hit.
That hits.
You take 19 points of slashing.
Oh. I thought it was a 15 feet radius. Can I, wait, you said the damage, never mind.
What's up?
I can morning.
What's the
flare.
radius? 30 feet?
It's 30 feet. I thought it was 15.
Okay. Is that just disadvantage?
Yes, it's just disadvantage.
Okay. That would change it to an 18 to hit.
That still hits.
Okay, so you still take the 19 points.
Yep.
And it's just for that attack roll, correct?
Yeah, it's just for that one.
Okay. Second attack. That's a 17 to hit.
That just hits.
Oh. Ooh. This is 26 points of slashing damage.
God damn.
Wait, sorry, I was gonna say if I could use one of my reactions. Cutting!
I believe you're too far.
What is it? Is it 60 feet or is it 30 feet?
I think it's like 30.
It's 60.
It's
If I remember
60?
correctly.
I was
60
double
works?
check.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it now just to make sure.
He's within 60, but outside of 30.
Yeah.
It is 60 feet.
Okay, so you can cutting words that if you want.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have to like go to my dice cloud. So we're okay. Cutting words. Here it is. Okay, and that's gonna be my bardic inspiration,
Yep.
and then I will do that. It says here, creature you see 60 feet. So can I do cutting words on the damage roll? Of course, because you already did the attack roll.
You could do it. You could do it on the attack roll.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
And that's a D8 still, right, with my bardic die?
Yep.
All right, and I rolled a 2.
All right, that changes the 17 to a 15.
And then it misses. Yeah.
All right.
And then I have a few words for this guy. Well, mostly for Bishop. As I use cutting words, Melody yells out to Bishop, Bishop, I know this has been a difficult decision so far, but I believe in you. I'm willing to deal with these enemies and make them pay dearly with their lives if I have to for what they've done, or at least die trying. And I'll still be happy I get to be your companion.
as he's in the middle of getting attacked with this giant greatsword. Melody's words ring through right before a 22 to hit, Bishop. So, turning that one hit into a miss as you distracted / inspired Bishop to just manage to get out of the way of the second greatsword hit. The third one comes down. And that is a 20. That's 21 points of slashing damage.
Oh wow, I'm almost dead.
Oh, sorry, 22. 22.
I'm still almost dead. but in a more dramatic.
In a more almost now. And see your own blood coating the blade edge of Clive's greatsword. Him and you both standing wounded from each other's parties and each other. It is now Persephone's turn. Holy shit! You really are almost. Melody saved your fucking life.
Yeah. This is what I get. This is what I get for trying to be friendly and take off sharpshooter. I'm like, I don't want to kill him. He took like half his HP, maybe a little more.
You don't even
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
But we did
no.
a lot of damage.
He
to
just
that
wanted
guy.
to hit. He just wanted to hit.
No, all
Don't
of
take
the-
it as anything else.
they're-
He
no, they're-
didn't care about the plus 10.
Yo, all the
He wanted the
hits.
he wanted the plus 5.
all the hits we're gonna hit. I didn't even have to use bless.
Alright, Persephone's running up.
You have two choices. Either you talk now, or you die.
Would you like to make an intimidation check?
Yes, okay.
Go ahead. That sounds more intimidating. You know, Persephone intimidating, Fred persuading. What world are we living in?
That's a 21.
21. He looks. The body that's near your feet, one of the bandits, looks around. Hold on, he says to the other ones around him who stand fast. Put your weapons down, and we'll talk. You came here, you attacked us. We're not going to disarm before you. This is our home. We're just defending ourselves.
Well, we were just trying to get a good night's rest while we were traveling when we were taken at Crossbow Point.
That
And that was a mistake.
is my term. I will happily continue to shed the blood of you and your friends.
I think I'm okay with that. I don't want to keep going if we don't have to. I just drop my sword and my gun on the floor.
Alright. And still hesitant as, you know, Persephone's right up in his face. Frederica's behind him. You know, he's seen and felt what Ezekiel can do. The bandits around that you can see at least are, well, this one is still standing, looking around on edge.
If that's what you want, Bishop, and I'm gonna clap him on the shoulder and actually cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, so that's your action.
And that's 17 healing.
Woo!
Jeez.
Wow.
Wow.
Second
Wow.
level.
Oh, second level, right? Pact magic. Okay. Just clap him on the back, dealing
Yeah.
1 point of damage, and then.
Okay.
Goes down.
It dies before the healing.
Oh no.
Basically turning my attention to Bishop, as Bishop, is like I'm just going by what Bishop said. So I'm
Yeah.
no longer threatening the guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my turn.
Clive takes a step back, still clutching the sword, with the point down, using it partially to rest on, but his guard still very much up. My blood still boils for those that you killed here. Don't get that wrong. But I am not a fool. I know what it is we do, and we're bound to piss off the wrong people at some point. But if you come here expecting an apology, you'll find none. So, he jams the tip of the blade in the ground and beckons the bandit from behind you to get behind him and kind of get to a more safe area. Looks to you, Fred, and kind of gestures, you can freely pass to get on your ally side.
Fred turns around. Oh.
Go ahead. What's up?
Fred would just turn around momentarily to look at the ashes on the ground,
Well,
before slowly
Sunlight.
walking back to
Are they-
Stephanie.
That's what I was gonna ask. Are they ashes or are they just crispy?
Oh, just like crispy. I need
so
the
yeah,
detail,
there's
actually.
definitely a crispy one. So the one that was
Get
over here that Bishop had already taken down and then got blown by a fireball, is done. Well done.
Oh.
In fact,
Oh.
the other one is currently down, badly burned, but might be salvageable.
You said down? Is he...
You don't know.
Okay, I'm going to kind of just slowly place down my shield. I'd like
Okay.
to walk up to the corpse.
Okay.
The one that's not apparently oof.
Mm-hmm.
I can heal this one. I
You can see Clive's chest heaving as he looks down his nose at you, his eyes burning with a barely restrained anger and fury.
I didn't mean to kill your friend. I'm sorry. I'm gonna spare the dying on the
Okay.
one on the floor.
You can see Clive gripping the handle of his great sword, his knuckles white. I fought plenty of battles against many enemies. I know intent when I see it, son. You're not spouting your lies!
The only thing I intended was
I punched
Gosh.
the shit out of Ezekiel.
Oh my god.
Cannon. Make it canon.
No, that's fine.
No.
So,
If you don't, I do.
Clive looks back. Get him, check on him. Tend to him if he needs it. He comes back and one of the other ones comes up and begins to drag the other one back, who is currently unconscious, but you can see he's labored breathing. He
Could I-
drags him into a nearby house. What's up?
Oh man. I was gonna say, even though I fell to the floor, I'm going to use healing word on
Oh, okay.
the charred body.
Gotcha. As they drag away, go ahead and roll healing word. You cast the curing spell, and you can see the breathing become to get easy, stabilize the scrunched, terrible look of pain from these certainly third-degree burns that you've left this man with.
It is a... Oh, I have cure wounds. I do not have healing word. My bad. I guess when I raise him, I also tapped him to cure wounds him.
Sure, whatever. We're out of initiative.
Okay.
Oh, we're out of initiative?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the
It
better
is.
of us, boy.
What happened?
Can
It's,
I
it's
dash
5
over
feet.
to Bishop?
Yeah. As you start to run up, you can see that the bandits behind Clive and Clive himself are still very much on edge. As you can see, Bishop, you can see Clive's eyes darting around each and every one of you, as if taking in, assessing the battlefield, the situation, measuring each of you up just in case.
I stare down at Clive and I want to say a few words to him. You heard Bishop or anyone else on my team, you're going to be seeing a fireball in the afterlife.
Ezekiel's just kind of on the floor. He hasn't gotten up. He's still just kind of shaking at the realization of like what he did.
It's all right, Melody.
Bishop, don't say another word as I cure wounds him, and I will do it as a second level,
Alright.
which is 11 healing.
Clive takes a step back, walks over to a nearby house, and grabs a stool from in front of the door, drags out to the middle of this small road that leads in between these shacks and huts, places it down, and takes a seat. You boys go pat yourselves up if you need it. And bring me a bandage or two as well. I'm going to speak with our guests here. An interesting way to request an audience, I must say.
Well, why, Clive? I know you said you're well aware of what you do, but why do you do it? Why are you stealing from people, from innocents? I mean, your boys mess with wardens.
The one behind. That was not exactly supposed to happen. At least, you weren't supposed to be there.
What do you mean we weren't supposed to be there?
We were going after the others. The ones that seemed a bit weaker than you. But we'd already made the journey all the way out there, so you showing up, we had to improvise. Couldn't have made the trip for nothing. We've got people that we need to take care of, too. Clive raises his hand. That's enough. But, more or less, it's like he says. We have people we need to take care of as well. I have people that look to me for their livelihood. Not just the men you see here, not just the ones that you saw that night, but their families. My family. So you ask why it is I do what I do, why we do what we do. It's a simple matter of survival.
So, when the rest of us are all gone, you're just gonna start robbing devils and demons to get by and survive?
I don't know what I expected from wardens. You lot are all self-righteous. As if just anybody could pick up a blade or a dagger, a staff, and do what you do?
You clearly
Fight what
can't.
you fight? Maybe me. But I can't just walk off and leave the rest of them to fend for themselves.
The wardens don't just need fighters. I mean, the wardens, it doesn't even have to be the wardens. Like, there is so much that we're in short supply of, and so many supply chains in general have been disrupted. There's honest work to be had.
Talk to me about honest work as if I don't know that. We weren't always this, you know. Before the wardens, I might say. We provided a service to the people of this area. We would be the ones protecting them as they went about their business, did their trade, walked the roads. We would be the swords to guard them. And when the fucking devils and demons, when those fiends came, drove half the merchants off, the ones that stayed around, who do they employ? Not us. Not the small local sell swords who have scraped and clawed their way by for years of loyal service, but the wardens. They went to you. So this wasn't our choice. This was forced upon us.
You always have a choice.
Well, if the choice is banditry or dying at the hands of some demon or devil, like I said, not everyone can be as noble as you lot are.
You do realize whether you are a part of the wardens or not, you're still going to come across more devils and imps and demons because they continue to take our land. We have been to many different camps and we've seen it all, but you choose to still prey on the innocent people, thieves, just stealing everything. I'm sure that's not all you've done. You've clearly threatened us before. You've threatened an arrow to my sister before. So you've definitely done worse. Please don't act innocent either. You could have chosen to be a warden. You could have even chosen to continue trying to thrive this location without having to steal. But you made that decision.
I never claimed to be a good man. I just claimed to do what I need to do for my people, to ensure that they are fed, housed, and clothed.
And that same
Wasn't-
action got you in this position with us. And you're lucky it's us and not some other type of bandits, demons. There's far more worse things out there. You don't need to be a holy man, a good man, but you want to do right by your people, you show them the right things to do the right way. Otherwise, you continue this cycle and you're gonna get more people killed. I am sorry that someone died, that multiple people died. It really was not. I am sorry. I just... Sorry.
There's got to be a better way. I know you said that not everybody could be a warden, but hell, Persephone and Fred are right.
So what? You wardens lacking in fiends to fight? You're instead going to go around finding and trying to re-educate and save every thief and bandit you can find and come across?
You- Don't pretend like you don't know what honor and duty is all about. You're wearing the armor for Christ's sake. Or rather, help's sake. It's just about doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You
It
should
was
know
there
that.
that I learned. And there's a very big difference between doing what you're told, doing what's right, and doing what's right by your people. I don't care if I have to steal, if I have to kill. I don't care what I need to do to make sure that my families and the families of those that trust me continue living. That's all that matters to me. Morality be damned. And if you disagree with that, and if that does not sit well with you, then we can continue fighting right now.
You know, I keep thinking about how you said that not everyone can fight, and my sister and I didn't start out as fighters with the wardens. I was training to be a blacksmith, and Fred was carrying stuff, holding a lot of stuff around all the time.
They got me these, to be honest. Flex a little.
So it's not, it's not that it's a way to. It isn't all fighting. You know, we all support each other, like as just people who live on the material plane. You know, like we're under attack, all of us.
Yes, the world's going to shit. And if you think that everyone can get by now doing honest work, when before these fiends came here, that wasn't the case, you're delusional and short-sighted, idealistic and naive. If there was enough good work to go around, there wouldn't be people like me.
But we give you an opportunity and you still deny it. That's just on your end.
An opportunity. You have the ability, the right to give us all jobs. The jobs of every single man in this camp to
No, maybe
provide for
not
his family.
I know, like, you mentioned it was naive. In a sense, I don't think so. I think
Well, also
It-
the mines are working again. They're in Glimmerdale. You know, that was a big. I mean, I don't even know if they have enough people to work there right now. And I don't even know if you heard, because. I'm sorry, Fred. What were you saying?
no, it wasn't. I just know it's unrealistic to think that we can save everyone, and those aren't my exact intentions. I'm not exactly self-righteous either. But I still always try to do better. God, that sounds so corny, but it can help one person, and it can influence others, and that kind of spreads. Or, you fight, and then someone dies, and or gets hurt. And I can do both, just say.
That is right. She just one action can influence a whole party, just like how her words are influencing me not to stick an arrow in your head, Clive. Listen to what we're trying to tell you. We don't want to fight.
He takes the bandage from one of the others that brings it to him and begins to wrap his forearm. And then leave.
But then what happens? You do this again? Somebody else? Someone that can't defend themselves? Someone that
Unfortunately, it's exactly as I said earlier. If we truly wish to help these people, we should have never came here in the first place. The sooner the demons and devils are dealt with, the sooner these people can get their lives back. If the fiends are what made them turn to this type of work, however you would call it, then the fiends will be the reason they can get back to their original lives. There is the possibility that there is honest work, but honest work requires honest men.
And honest men don't do honest things, whether there's a situation with demons or not. So it's just about who you want to be, Clive. Because at the end of the day, you're a bad person if you want to be. It doesn't matter if warden this, warden that, demon this, devil that. You just
Melody
don't want to put in the
clenches-
work.
oh,
You just don't want to be better. You just want to make excuses. Take the easy way out. Take it from other people, less fortunate than you, people that can barely survive, just like you and your family and your friends. Right? But who cares as long as you get yours, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, we're not exactly the biggest, baddest group in the wardens, but we could try to put a good word in. We could try to. There's honest work to do. You guys all have a skill set. Why not put it to better use than
Better?
innocent people?
Better by whose metric? By the wardens? The wardens are your righteous symbol of good? What they say is right. I don't know why I would expect anything else. You are one of them after all. No. No,
But
whatever
we're not
we
a
do.
hive mind. Like we're reaching out to you now. This is on our terms. This is us. This isn't anyone above us trying to talk. You guys want to establish, find stability? You guys can do it here. With what assistance? Are you so afraid to accept help offer? This could potentially be a good outpost. I don't know. You can make it something. Doing good work, keeping your people safe.
He kind of fiercely grips the bridge of his nose as he squints, closes his eyes shut hard in concentration and thought. So what are the outcomes here? What path leads to you while walking away with no further bloodshed? What do you want? A promise? A signed and written letter, perhaps?
How about you agree to try to find some other means? Because this isn't. You are taking from people who. What you're taking from them is all they have, because people are fleeing from these devils and demons. And I understand that you need to eat as well. We know where to find you. If we hear that you're robbing places, that you're continuing, we'll come back.
I suggest you think about it real smart, Clive. I think it's best you decide that. Do you want your life? You care about your men? I'll take that offer. Because like Persephone said, we find out you're stealing from innocent peoples again, we will come back. And you will pay. As she's clenching her fist.
We could also, like, maybe offer some assistance. Are you guys short on food? Specifically, I mean, I know there's a lot of things. There's probably, I just don't know, really sure. You clothes, warmth, safety. You have any issues with, like, demons and imps like we could kill? I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm just nervous.
We certainly don't need any assistance from the wardens.
I don't think you. I think you're missing the point. I think we're asking you what you need as people, not as the wardens. This is us talking.
We are not emissaries of the wardens right now. We are a group of people. We are friends. Maybe not to you yet, but to each other. I think.
Like I said, food, clothing, shelter, all of it is a constant question to everybody under my charge, none more so than myself. But why? Why take such an interest in just a small group doing what they must to get by? Are you going to get distracted from your grand mission this often every time you come across somebody in need, somebody struggling? You'll never get to where you need to go if you do that.
We had
There's just
so
going to be
far.
more people like
Run your
me.
mouth, keep talking, but that's what we've done so far. We've gotten things done. We've stayed focused on missions, but we've also helped people.
What's the point of killing all the devils and demons if there's nothing to salvage when it's all said and done?
We're not specifically doing this to fight or because we love fighting. I mean, some of us maybe, but it's for the betterment. It's to make sure that our people are also safe from the places that we're from. We can be lazy and say, yeah, everything's gonna go to shit, and then what? I would like to know that I did my best, that I fought with everything that I had, or I was able to accomplish something. Not just about, we didn't not a glory thing. I didn't become a warden to be the best. Genuinely want to help people. Or try,
I understand that sentiment. I had it once upon a time. But that was before I had specific numbers and faces and names that relied on me. It's nice to be idealistic and think that you're going to wander the world and save absolutely everyone. But when you have women, children, sons and daughters that look to you with need and hunger, that changes things a bit. But I realize that you're not simply going to walk out of here without some kind of assurances. So, he opens his hands as if to gesture, what are we going to do about this?
Do you really want this, Clive? Do you really want to just fight into your last breath? I don't understand.
One way or another, fighting's all I've ever done. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm open to other options, I suppose.
And what is that? More money? More gold from us?
Well, I kind of like my outpost idea. Well, not outpost, but why don't you try? I'm not too familiar with the land here per se, but
We're
why
not
don't?
becoming underlings, charges, anything to do with your Rift Wardens.
That's fine. We don't have to then.
So
If
we just
you don't
call
want to
ourselves an outpost, and all of a sudden, what, the money
not an
just starts
outpost, but
rolling in?
you can. No, but we can. Just kind of looking around, thinking. Maybe help farm the lands, bring in some
How
additional
much
stuff
time
to
do we
teach.
think we have? I don't...
We need what, more people to hunt for?
Here's
food?
what I
Where's
can
that?
realistically offer to you wardens. Over the months, my men have brought in a number of loot, materials, gold. Some from wardens, others from your average merchant or traveler. I'm not going to make any attempts to sugarcoat what it is we do. We'll offer you some of this to go on your way. Redistribute to the people as you will, or keep it for yourselves, I don't care. And we'll leave. We'll make for the border. And whatever we do beyond that, really none of your concern. But we won't be a problem to the people around here, or you any longer. Anything too much more than that, I fear, is too idealistic on your part and mine, so what'll it be?
Melody looks over to her team and says, I don't know, guys. I don't know what he's trying to say. He says he'll leave our people alone, but where is he gonna go? How are they gonna survive? What are they gonna do to other people they meet next time? I don't trust him.
You're right.
I mean, I haven't even thought to invest that money back in yourselves and maybe do something better with your life.
How much do you think it is we're bringing in? Do you really think that we could start some legitimate business? We are barely surviving. I don't know what kind of lucrative life you think banditry gets you, but I assure you it's... We make what others make. And people are struggling right now.
Well, what did y'all do before this? You said were you all sell swords? That's all you did?
We had, yes, before the rifts opened, well, before the wardens came down, we would safeguard the merchants and travelers making their way around the area, traveling between Twin Hills, Gilmedale, Millgrove, and the like. Once the fiends started coming about, people started fleeing. Less merchants, less goods being carried, less people in need of our services. And the ones that stayed, we managed off of for a while until the wardens set up camp in Twin Hills. Once they did, any large clientele, any big merchant that we needed to live, to retain, to survive, well, they took their business to the wardens.
I don't get it. You'd steal from the wardens, but you wouldn't accept help directly from them. It's just...
Help directly, as if they are some sort of charity organization. I don't know what kind of delusional idea you have of who it is you work for. But they don't just give things out for free. And as I said before, the kind of work, the kind of enemies that you fight and come across, the kind of things that are expected of wardens, cannot expect from your average person. I might have the training and experience from my time in the military, but these boys certainly don't.
All right, well, what are we gonna do then? I turn to the rest of the group.
Isn't there a way maybe Cheryl has positions open? You know, I mean, the rift battles are getting stronger and stronger. We could use more arms. Perhaps at the moment they didn't need these assholes, but you know, maybe you can call Cheryl and maybe ask her if possible. Bishop, yeah.
I think the saying they're not interested. They don't want to be wardens. Not
But they
gonna
have
work.
no other choice then. Melody grabs her bow.
Clive stands up, gripping the hilt of his sword at the apparent shift in demeanor in Melody.
I put my hand on the bow and like gently lower it.
Bishop, he hurt you.
If we wanted to fight, we would have kept doing it from the beginning. I let my temper get the best of me, but I didn't want to shed blood today. Not like this. I just wanted to teach him a lesson and maybe bring him to justice, but this just ain't it.
Melody just looks over Bishop's shoulder, looking at Clyde, gritting her teeth, and then looks down again.
So are we going to sit here talking till the sun goes down? I've made my case. I've stated an option. Believe me, I don't want bloodshed either. These men have families and, well, I'm responsible for
Well,
them.
how many people do you have? Just curious, if it's okay, like an estimate. You don't have to be exact if you're like concerned or anything.
50, more or less. Women and children included.
Well, why don't you come with us, just for a short time? I know you don't have a lot of time or resources. I could pay you to come with us. You specifically, just you. And it's for, well, we're traveling, we have other things that we need to do. And if you come with us, it's possible that we could help you make a deal with someone who could employ you and your people, and this could be better for you. And if it doesn't work out, you just go your own way.
I don't know, Clive. I don't like the idea of you going off alone, not with these people. That what if? I mean,
You could bring an extra, but I don't. It's not. The point isn't to bring a bunch of people with us. I think you would be reasonably safe to come with us where we need to go. We are owed some favors, I believe, and maybe you could cash in on them.
Yeah,
do forgive me if I don't exactly trust you all at face value. But also believe me when I say that I have no desire to face you all in a fight. I am unsure whether or not I would come out the other side, but certainly you have the capability of, well, doing a lot of damage. And so I believe you when you say that you'll come back here. You know where we are, that much is apparent, so. How about you tell me what it is you have in mind, who it is you wish for me to speak with, and I will pursue that. If it does not work out, we will go our own way, as you said.
I think you'll need an introduction.
He looks back.
There's a new lord in Glimmerdale, and we've done some favors for him, and well, if we introduced you, it might set you off on better footing than just approaching him. I mean, I'm not even sure if you would be able to approach him.
Glimmerdale, you say? Not the closest, but not the furthest. How about you set up a meeting and send word to this lord of yours? Say 3 weeks' time? That should be more than enough notice in advance to get word to him, and I will show up on my own. As I said, at the moment, I just don't trust you enough to travel with you.
I'm gonna take out the flyer, and I'm gonna walk up to him, I'm gonna, like, hold it out to him. Be like, is this you?
Yeah. Yes. Once upon a time, yes. You see, you already knew who I was. Didn't need to give you.
How am I supposed to know who you are? Are you wearing a name tag? Like,
Oh, well, I guess just a coincidence then. But yes, I'm Clive Ditmer. That is a very old piece of paper from a very long time ago. So, do we have a deal, Wardens? We have enough to get by for some amount of time. Certainly enough to scrape by if we dip into our reserves, at least until this meeting. If it goes as well as you'd hope, I suppose you will have saved us from ourselves and turned us to the light. If not, well, I don't intend to stick around for you all to make a return visit. Either way, your problem with us will be solved. Is that good enough? He looks to each of you, his eyes gaze falling on Melody.
Melody nods her head slowly, but still it's visible as she's still gritting her teeth of this idea. Something's not right in her. I say it's a deal.
Good enough for me.
He says something to one of the guys behind him who runs into a building and comes out with a burlap sack, a small one that he takes and tosses at your feet, Persephone. Some of the stuff we were talking about don't exactly have any need for it, and outside of the wardens, most merchants won't touch the stuff, so take it as a sign of good faith, I suppose.
Well, it's a start.
See inside, there's a multitude of those materials and fiendish components that wardens would collect from fighting devils and demons.
I'm just gonna leave the whatever he threw at me. I'm gonna walk up to him, like closer to him or whatever. I'm just gonna put 30 gold in his hand.
Jeez. So, it's 3 weeks' time. He takes the gold, not too proud to accept what he needs.
By the way, out of character, what is that guy's name from the Lord? That's eating me up inside. I can't remember his name. It's the Dimmadome. From Dimmadome. Huh? What?
Lord
Dimmadome.
Byron Moulter.
No, it's Byron Moulter. It's not the Dimmadome Dimmerdale. They came from Glimmerdale itself.
Not the Don
Doug
Dimmadale.
Dimmadome.
From
Glimmerdale Glimmerdome.
Also out of character.
Byron.
Is there still time for me to gentle repose it?
Get out of here.
The guy
Get outta
that's
here
dead? Who?
Yeah,
Who are you
okay.
talking
You
about?
touch a corpse or other remains.
Are you what? You expect them to have the money to revive someone?
I could.
You
For
could.
10
You're gonna spend 300 gold
10 days.
on the diamonds?
Or
You want to? You want to? Here, welcome back to your fucking body of charred skin, no eyes.
Oh no!
shit.
Yeah, I think you need.
Oh,
I think you need
man.
some greater restoration to restore his actual body.
No, you can do any type of remains of a corpse. It's not.
Yeah, but your
Well-
revive spell doesn't fix the state of the body.
Fuck.
Wow.
I really don't want to have him dead.
Listen,
God damn
You're
it.
gonna have to live with his consequences, okay?
Yeah.
You'll see me roleplay that later. So
Yeah.
Well, you
you're-
can-
I look forward to see it.
You can gentle repose the body, sure.
You already did it yesterday in BG3. Might as well.
yeah,
You know,
I'm gonna gentle repose, rather I'm going to kind of finally get up, still kind of in a stupor. Could I please? I. Would you allow me just to do one thing? The person over there.
He looks to. You see Clive look back to the still slightly smoking, smoldering, charred body. You can see softness in the eyes of the otherwise hard face, and he gives you a slight nod, but watches you closely. You can still feel his gaze burning into the back of your head as you pass by and
Thank you.
walk up to.
Okay. Here. A soft light is gonna kind of come into my hand. I'm going to place my hand on its head area, depending on how much there is. I'm gonna like softly whisper something, and then still like kind of shakily getting up. Okay. Listen. I just put something on him where if you could get him to some sort of healer or someone that could revive him within the next 10 days, he can be brought back. Yeah, you were right earlier. There was an intent, but I don't want that to speak for me. Here. I don't want to just give you that and you have to pay for it all by yourself, so I'm gonna hand him 70 gold pieces. That way
2
he
copper.
has 2 copper. Yeah. 1 silver coin. No, I'm gonna give him You know what? I'm gonna give him 170 gold.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
God
I'm gonna have to
damn.
play in
Damn.
character for this. I'm gonna give him 170 gold. That way he now has 200 gold pieces from us, and
Mhm.
I'm assuming the 50 from earlier. So hopefully he has 50 other gold pieces to scrounge up for a diamond of that worth.
Enjoy 20 sessions without drinks.
Yeah, right? Jeez.
That's fine. Here, this. I really wish I could do more. I'm so sorry. It was
Cloud's hand
so-
comes down onto your shoulder. You can feel like the strength of his grip as his fingers kind of dig into your flesh a little bit, but he looks you in the eye.
At this, I'm gonna kind of tear up, like holding back, full on sobbing.
You did what you did. No amount of trying to cope or walk it back will change that. I've seen your face, I've seen your eyes dozens of times. And I'm sure your friend here, he points to Bishop, can say the same.
Silently nods.
You're going to be facing down fiends. You're going to be facing down people far more desperate than me. More desperate than us. More twisted. You can't be second guessing yourself. He kind of claps you on the shoulder and then shoves you in the chest. You're a warrior. Regardless of what you might have been before, if you're a warden, you're a warrior. So get your heart into it. Can't second guess yourself. The person that you saved by holding back will come at the cost of one of your friends. And he nods his head for you to get out of here, basically, to go back to the others.
Is he not taking the gold?
I mean, if you give him the gold, he's gonna take the gold.
Okay,
right?
okay. I'm
He's
gonna
not-
give him. Yeah, I'm still giving him the gold.
Okay.
I'm gonna look back while walking. It was. Is this always gonna be such an easy decision when I make it? It felt so simple. I didn't set out for this.
talk to the kid. He says to you, Bishop.
Yeah. I got this one.
You know how that can eat up a man.
Yeah. Alright, boy. We'll talk later.
At this point, like while I'm walking back, tears are like fully streaming down my face.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so. Anything else before you guys head off?
Really quick to clarify, so we just gave him just the information on how to get in touch with Byron?
I think you guys can do that, yeah. Basically, you guys are going to set up a meeting for him in about 3 weeks' time. So whether that be like sending a letter or like going to passing through Glimmerdale on your way back to Silver Lake, maybe, and talking to Byron, Lord Byron, saying like, hey, there's a guy that, you know, has a bunch of men or whatever, and he's going to be looking for some sort of opportunity, you know, calling in the favor or whatever have you, whatever Persephone's plan was. I don't know exactly what you had in mind. And then, yeah, so, and then in 3 weeks, basically, I guess, you guys could right now give him the information, like his name is Lord Byron Moulter in Glimmerdale, and you'll find him, whatever. So you guys are setting up the meeting, basically.
Okay. We'll be in touch, Clive. We'll try to make sure that Lord Byron will put a good word for you. Set up that meet. I'm sure he's always in good use of good men, gods, and the such.
Alright, he turns back to he goes, let everyone know we're to hold off on operations until this meeting is had. And, well, maybe start packing just in case. Either way, we're going to need to move. Alright. So, is there anything else?
Melody just looks back one more time at Clive, just glaring at him,
Mm-hmm.
wondering if he's being honest or not, and if we did the right choices.
Alright. So, are you guys heading out?
I think so, right? Right? Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I know it.
Ezekiel now!
That's where it's
Fireball!
done here.
Fireball! All together! Do it!
Bardic
I regret
inspiration!
nothing.
I regret nothing!
I'm gonna throw this
Fucking-
grenade and you just fireball on top of it.
There you go. You combo attack.
Pack of
I'll
tags.
inspire you too, Bishop!
There you go. Some melodies scatter. Everyone, layer your AoE. Go, go, go. Shatter, sorry. That's crazy.
Shatter
That's
fireball.
crazy.
Heck yeah.
This is crazy.
It might just kill him. All.
Fucking get stuck up by bandits, lose 50 gold. Fucking make a talk with bandits, lose 200 gold. Alright, cool.
That's crazy. I know, right?
Crazy.
That's what I was thinking too. Like the most lucrative banditry bro is just talking to bandits. It's gonna just
Yeah.
talk to. Maybe
Who
they should
knew
be
killing would
salesmen.
be so inexpensive?
That's what we should have suggested. They just become salesmen.
Yeah.
They got it like that.
Yeah.
Or fireball more of their teammates. You know, they complain about, you know, not having enough resources. You can't have enough resources if there's not anybody around.
Ah,
you know?
Yeah, they can have
Ah,
these
the
long
Thanos
rest
approach.
resources.
Thanos
Thanos
approach.
approach.
Got it.
They can have them long rest resources.
Well, we
Fuck
just
outta
take half of
here.
your people. You know, you got enough.
Yeah, there you go. Alright. So, you guys head back out, following your path back through the forest until you get to the tree line where you had left your horse and carts. Bishop,
For
you.
weapons?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you left that. You offered that so generously to them as well.
Yeah, that too.
No.
That too.
But of course.
Of course, you guys walk out, you're like completely naked, no more items. I think we did the right thing, guys.
That seems great.
It feels good to do the good things, you know.
We gave him a real talking to.
You guys feel that breeze?
It's a little breezy, huh?
We didn't feel that breeze too.
No, it's almost like they say, you feel lighter doing the good thing.
Real weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, really.
Alright, so is there anything else that you guys want to do other than return to Millgrove, wait on Gildabond to finish his work and collecting the hopefully cure to the spores?
The spores.
Back to the main side quest.
The main side, the primary side quest 1.
Do
We're
we have anything we
branching.
can punch?
You want to punch something?
You can punch me. Just see what happens.
There
Oh
do
shit.
trees. There's trees, guys.
Let's split up into teams of 3 and
Do
then
not punch the tree.
All right, 2 on this side, 3 on this side.
Okay.
Everyone punch Ezekiel. Roll for punching order.
Alright.
Punch.
Oh shit! No, everyone but Persephone. Yeah, I completely forgot.
You know,
Alright.
there is one tiny problem I say to everybody. We aren't the only ones who know where they are.
Yeah. Did we turn around and give them a heads up?
We did not. Maybe slightly insinuated, but not really. Well, are we allowed to say it? Wasn't there like... Was there really nothing preventing us from telling them? Oh my god.
I was thinking about it at the beginning of that, but then I forgot about it.
So, I mean, if they have 3 weeks, they have 3 weeks. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
see,
like
I gave
that.
them 170 gold. See,
I
I'm
guess
not
so.
giving them.
Either they become good people, leave, or get killed by devils. We'll see what
No,
happens.
they're gonna become good
Exactly.
people and then die.
Yeah.
But if they stick to the bad bone, they will take our money and leave. Hopefully, they're like,
Yeah.
suckers, you know. hopefully.
Hey, we gave them a job, 100 or 200 gold, and you wanted to give them a notice in advance? No.
What the fuck is
Hey.
wrong with you?
The way Melody sees it, if they die, they die.
If they
But-
die, they die.
Though to be honest, out of character, wasn't there something that prevented us from mentioning it to them?
I don't think
That
so.
Yeah.
we got the
Yeah.
map? No.
Our
Oh, there
silence.
is.
Our
Our
silence,
silence.
is how we got this. We haven't told anybody that we've been in contact with, like, devils,
Yeah.
you know, so...
So
Yeah.
I guess I'm now team not telling the wardens in the revelation of what just unfolded.
What if they get obliterated by demons?
That's not my fault.
Not a laughing matter. Oh my god! Don't say that.
Look, when we were
Yeah,
there,
exactly. That's not on my conscience anymore.
we made it abundantly clear to them that there are devils and demons, and that they're the more pressing issue, and that if they can fight, they should be focusing their attention on them, not robbing people. You know.
True.
Percy's right.
What's that?
So, it's not a direct warning, but it is a warning.
Well, I'm
Well,
sure that the devil likely knows about a lot of other places. We can't just go. We don't know what all influence it has.
Didn't they want us to like get the bandits out of the area? So we really didn't do what
I
they
mean, they
wanted
just
either.
gave us the map and said, "Go at it,
Map.
tiger." Like,
Oh.
It seems like
They're gonna
that was
come back
more
at
of a
night.
gift.
yeah, that was a gift. I'm pretty sure.
So they say.
Ideally, they wanted us to kill them all, but or
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Just descent further into madness, get closer to being a devil ourselves, I guess is the way. Maybe that's the rationale.
Yeah. You guys expertly avoided that.
wait, was all of that in character? I'm not using the accent, so I'm not in character, guys.
I thought you were using the. I
Why
thought you
not?
were doing the voice. I must have misheard. I
Why,
thought
why,
we were in
why not
character.
be in character?
What? No, I was making out of character remarks.
Okay.
What the?
Oh no.
Must have been possessed.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah, it must have been.
The English
Must have been that
accent.
same asshole that made him fireball.
Yeah, it was totally not Ezekiel who did the fireball. It was me.
That was
Got him.
Ezekiel. Go for it. Yeah.
All right. So, are you guys heading back to Millgrove? You guys have anything else to discuss? What's up?
On the road again.
So we're just not gonna tell them? Okay.
No, bro.
I guess
No,
not.
Bro?
I guess not.
Are you calling me bro, Ezekiel?
Not in
I
character.
did it. Yours the
Damn it.
accent.
And what's that weird accent that you're doing? Just sound like your normal self. What's wrong with you?
Something's possessed this boy. Come on, let's talk about what you just did. Maybe you need some counseling.
Must be the divine
He's
word of
fucking-
hell.
Can you take
There,
care
you
of the cart,
You sound
Fred,
normal.
while I talk to him?
Yeah.
Back-
What?
Obviously, this split personality thing from Ezekiel's a defense
Oh my
mechanism to deal with
God.
what he just
What the fuck?
to deal with what he just did and what
Now
he's
I
going
ain't no
through.
doctor, but
I knew it. His
Ah.
Irish side is the evil side. I freaking knew it.
Irish.
Wouldn't it be the other way around?
What's an Irish?
I'm pretty
Fuck
sure
is an
leprechauns are
Irish?
evil.
I'm a fucking elf.
You're
Okay.
a fucking leprechaun.
All right. So, Fred, you take the reins and begin to drive the cart back towards Millgrove, getting back on the road, heading towards the small village nestled in the middle of the fruit orchard. Bishop, you and Ezekiel sit in the back of the cart. Ezekiel seems just a bit out of it, obviously still wrestling or replaying with the events that had just recently transpired. Bark, bark.
Bark, bark. How you holding up, kid?
Ezekiel, is that a new accent?
What?
Well, I think I'm holding up well. No.
Bark, bark.
God damn. No, yeah, I'm using speech now, guys. You're so right.
Dog Ezekiel.
Dog Ezekiel.
Oh, Ezekiel.
Oh.
Yeah, no, dog Ezekiel. I don't know. I'm supposed to be playing sad and somber right now, and I can't stop fucking laughing.
Ezekiel, quit shaking. You're shaking the cart. boy.
Yeah, dog. Sit.
What'd you do?
Oh my god.
This is definitely going to be in the bloopers. I know.
Ezekiel, shut up.
Down, Ezekiel. No.
Down, Ezekiel. Bad. Don't enable him. Boy thinks he's a goddamn wolf or something.
Talk about werewolf
Fucking kids these days.
stuff.
Damn. Damn it. This.
Alright.
Why is he barking?
They're
Maybe I
putting
punched him too
kennels
hard.
in there.
Maybe I punched him too hard.
They're putting kennels in the kindergartens around that area, I'm sure.
Alright,
Your furry tap.
So, back to Ezekiel and Bishop in the cart.
I don't know.
You gotta understand. Things we do. It don't seem like it, but what we do is violent. It's killing. Sure, you could justify it's demons and devils, but it's not a far cry from killing a person. Nah.
I set out to help people. I set out to protect people from the demons and devils. And now I'm hurting them. I did that without thinking about it. I did it so easily. I didn't want.
But what I'm trying to say is, taking a life, it's a lot easier than you think. It's, all you gotta do is think they're the enemy. You don't even think about it.
But the enemy has family just like me. The enemy has children, has spouses.
I know.
The enemy eats, sleeps, walks just like me. They're people too. The demons and devils, they will reap carnage. They want to hurt others. They're just trying to make it by. What gives me the right?
It doesn't. Don't get it wrong. I'm not trying to justify your actions. I'm just saying that it's easier to lose yourself than you think, and that's just war. That's just fighting. That's why it's better not to. Sometimes, because it doesn't take much to end life, and I guess even you can make that mistake. Yeah, I put a lot on your shoulders. You being a cleric and all, I expect you to be the light in our group. But we're all human. We all make mistakes, and it'll get easier. Maybe not today, not tomorrow, but someday you'll stop thinking about it, and it won't hurt as bad. But remember the feeling you felt today, and be more mindful next time.
Right. Right. I'm sorry, I just need a minute.
By nightfall, Fed, you have steered the cart back into the village. Of Millgrove. From what Gildebon told you, the earliest that he would be done would be probably late afternoon of the next day. So, you guys get to sleep, wake up, go about a day in the small relatively peaceful, lazy village of Millgrove. Maybe dropping in on your favorite Minotaur baker. But as the afternoon comes by, Bishop, you receive word from Cheryl. I know yous is doing something important down there in Millgrove, but as soon as you're done, I need you to hurry back to Twin Heels, alright? Got word from Chaz. That along with some other things, so time's of the essence. And that's it.
Ah, hells. All right. Is anybody around me when I hear this?
Sure.
All right. Looks like we need it back in Twin Hills ASAP. All right. All right. I hear you loud and clear, Cheryl. I say into the sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna try to finish up here as soon as possible and make it over there.
Alright. The next few hours creep by, especially for you, Bishop, and the others that you inform. But you do stop by Annette Gildebon, who is all too happy to see you and to have you, trying to hurry along his work. But as evening does come, the halfling alchemist seems to be finished with his batch of the spore remedy. Alrighty then, so I believe this is I followed the guide here with the exception of not putting in all of that other nasty business. So it should do pretty much exactly what you want it to, I'd imagine. No way to really test it, though. Unless any of you are currently infected. Well, I'll take that as a no.
No.
Yeah, that's a no.
You
Yeah,
lot
we're
are
all-
quite a bit less chipper than you were last time.
I think we're just all a little tired, but
Oh, you've been working hard, huh?
not as hard as you.
Oh. Well, if that's it, then... if that's all you need, there it all is right there. Hopefully you got a cart. You wanted to hold that other stuff, did you?
Yep, and we'll make sure this gets to where it needs to. You were a big help. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
for
not a problem. Just pass along the receipt to the wardens. I'm assuming you're passing through Twin Hills on your way back to wherever you came from.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We'll make sure you get compensated.
Mm-hmm. Well, if that's all you need, then you're welcome and get out.
All right. We'll get out of your hair.
Melody looks back before leaving. Well, you sure are very quick to, cut to the chase and make short conversations as I walk away.
I'll deal with her.
Heck, no.
You could say a slight smirk comes across Ezekiel's face.
Not
I'm
right.
not gonna say a small one.
Didn't expect much more from the likes of her. But, you gotta appreciate one that gets right to the point. That was a dig at your ears if you heard me, you... I know you can probably hear twice as far as a normal person with those things.
Actually, I do. What did you say, short Melanie's trying to like get through Bishop, like arms around. Oh wait, you can because you'll just say it to my knees.
Why can't you just leave it at 1-to-1? You greedy elf.
I hate this.
I hate this. She's holding her back.
Holding Melanie back.
I hate this. I am not enjoying this one bit. Alright, so you guys pack up. It is evening time. The sun is currently setting as you load the vat of this curative concoction into the cart. Are you guys gonna spend another night in Millgrove or travel through the night? It is about a day's worth of travel, so about an 8-hour trip. Where some of you might be able to sleep, but certainly not all of you. Okay, so in the morning?
In the morning, unless everyone expects me to drive all night, which I really hope you guys don't. I'm sure you guys are more considerate. Ah, good.
Good, excellent,
and
thank
for
you.
all of us. I look at Ezekiel. Not one word from you.
Wow. Alright, so bright and early the next morning, you guys load into the cart and make your way back to Twin Hills. The ride is uneventful. You get to Twin Hills, and Bishop, you immediately head towards Cheryl, or towards the warden camp, and to seek out Cheryl. You find her, the others following you in tow. Ah, you're back. I was hoping to see you around this time. I know I reached out probably a bit late yesterday. So, a couple things. First off, Mastiff has made their way back. And, well, I currently have the girl, Anya, in Holden. Wanted to wait till you got back to speak with her, as I think that you had some insight into exactly what's going on. Judging by how you spoke about her earlier, when you were, well, I think it was Azul and someone else.
Right. Yeah, we did suspect her specifically, and to perhaps be tied to bandits, but there was nothing concrete. Did something change while we were out?
Oh no, it's just that Azul came by and said that he was suspected that, and I needed Mastiff back anyway, so I figured by when they came back, I'd maybe look into it. If there's someone working within the wardens that doesn't have our best interests in mind, well, that's certainly something that I need to look into.
Right. All right. So I'm guessing you'd want to. You're letting us talk to her.
Oh yes, of course I'd like to be there as well, just to see what it is, but you seem to have a better grasp on the situation seeing as you were there, so I expect you could, I'll let you take the lead, and I'll chime in when I need to, if I need to. They both, although I do wish to impress that. Let's keep this as short as possible. I do need you to return to Chaz sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Alright.
As a matter of fact, you guys go on ahead, and she gives you directions to where she's being held, one of the tents outside. And I need to get stuff prepared for your journey. So I'll meet you outside that tent in about 5 or so minutes.
Alright,
So-
we'll see you soon.
Outside of the tent, as you guys walk, you see it first by the people that are stood outside or sat outside. The rest of Mastiff group, Chiron, Todd, Relin, Gera. They're all looking a little bit downtrodden, kind of anxious. Todd's pacing back and forth. You can see he's kind of seething. How much of it do you think is true? Like, what? Why did Cheryl want Enya specifically? Chiron then speaks up in response to Relin, the fighter. I don't know. I just know that what the letter said. It does seem like she's in trouble, though. Wonder what she did. Oh. What's up? You okay?
No, I'm sorry.
So, you guys walk up. Mastiff group.
Is there a door in our way? Sorry.
No, there's not a door in your way. You are outside.
Ah.
Outside
Are you
of a
sure?
tent. Yeah, well, it's just maybe a door, a bridge, something like that.
Oh no.
And we're gonna go see Enya in the tent.
Minor illusion.
Well, you got the tent. You're waiting on Cheryl to return, which she does in short order. And all right, well, it's gonna be a bit crowded in there, but let's get this over with. See what she has to say for herself. And Cheryl leads you lot and Mastiff group into the tent where you can see there's Enya with her wrists bound with rope in front of her, sitting. Cheryl? And... Oh, it's the rest of you. What's going on? Well, that's what I'm hoping we can figure out there, Enya. You see, some very serious accusations have been brought against you with, some evidence to back it up, and just know that this kind of thing I don't do lightly, so we need to get to the bottom of some things here. She looks over to you guys in Phoenix group, as Mastiff seems pretty confused as well.
I do like the sight of this.
I don't understand.
I guess it's up to me to take the lead on this one, huh? Some of us in the group got to thinking, Enya, that
Just
that
a
bandit
few
attack.
leaves. during the moment. Pause.
What? What
Or,
happened?
like when he says some of us got to thinking, Persephone waves at her a little.
That that perhaps that bandit attack wasn't random. It's I recounted the events, and it was just curious that he spoke to an animal that went off, and shortly after we were attacked. And
I, I don't understand. I do that all the time. That's how I talk with a lot of people, especially Cheryl and the other
yeah,
wardens.
I know, I remember. We talked about it. Who did you send that to that night?
It was Cheryl. Uh, er,
Girl.
Well, it's been quite some time since I received any message from you, Anya. Oh, that's not. They're still just animals. Anything could have happened. They could have been picked off by a predator or something. I, I don't know.
I mean, we were quite a bit away from Twin Hills. How far do you think that little critter was gonna go?
I, I don't. As far as it could, it's just. That wouldn't hurt to try, you know? I had the energy left, so why not? Try to keep Cheryl informed.
I want to help you, but need to be honest. I I I don't think you believe that. I don't think you believe that you're just gonna send a little critter into the ether with the hope that it's somehow gonna make it to its destination and across such a large distance. I didn't think about it at first, and I really don't want to believe that you had a part in this, but trying to be objective.
You can see whether it's because of her situation, the multitude of sets of eyes on her, she definitely seems fidgety, nervous, anxious, not making eye contact with you or anyone else.
Looking at you here, like, it's ridiculous that you ran off on your own. Why would you do that in the dark?
I didn't really think about it, and it's like I told Bishop that night. I tend to get nervous, and if they can tell you, I've woken up plenty of times without real need for it. I thought I could. I thought I could sneak up and see what made the noise. I wasn't expecting what I found.
Is there any way that I can try to discern that
That would
maybe
be an
she's
insight check, sure. Go for it.
okay? I can try. I got a 15.
Again, she's not really making eye contact, so it's kind of hard to tell if it's untruthful or just nerves and anxiety, but She definitely seems to be uncomfortable. She seems to be sweating and feeling some sort of pressure. Whether that is because she knows she did something wrong or because she's afraid to be punished for something she might not have done.
Clive? I'm just staring at her.
She meets your eyes for a moment as you say that. Bishop, as she raises her eyes towards Frederica, you see a hint of recognition in her gaze before she drops her eyes again, not responding to Fred.
Did I say Clives? I meant Chives.
You hungry or something, Todd?
Starving.
Hmm.
Oh, I think we've made it apparent that we know that there was something just not right about what you did, and it seems like you do understand. So try to work with us here.
I don't. What do you want to know? What do you want me to say? I. Anya, dear, we have a lot of work that needs to be doing. If there's something that you're not sharing with us, well, it's just gonna make it that much worse when it eventually does come to light. She looks to Frederica, and then to the rest of you.
Persephone is gonna just sigh really loud and exasperatedly and be like, "You are. There's nothing to be had here. I'm not even sure you're cut out to be a warden," and she's just gonna walk out of the tent.
Okay. Anya hangs her head as Persephone leaves. She's probably right. If
They'll prove her
there's-
wrong.
It's impossible that I could have the room with her. I think I need to have a heart to heart with Enya alone.
Well,
What? You alone? What? With her?
I'm gonna drag Melody out of the.
okay.
Well,
Hmm.
okay.
You absolutely
fight it
sure
out.
you need it all alone, Bishop? I could have everyone else clear out, but I'd prefer to stay.
You do me this favor.
Very well. I'll be right outside. All right, the rest of yous. Let's take a quick break for a bit. Leave these two to talk. And as Cheryl ushers the rest of you out, I mean, you could hang around the outside of the tent. It's not like they're concrete, soundproof walls, but that's up to you guys. It's a tent.
Don't think I
Okay.
didn't notice that you noticed the name Clive.
As everyone else leaves, there's a bit of calm, maybe even a slight twinge of confidence in Enya, and she at least raises her eyes to meet your gaze. What do you know about someone named Clive? Not saying that I know anyone by that name, but why is that so important to you?
It's important to me because it seems like you recognize the name.
And if I do, if I don't, what does that matter? It doesn't matter unless the name means something to you. So who is this Clive that you're talking about?
Let's just say it's someone I've met very recently.
What are you saying? What do you mean by that? What do you mean met recently? What did you do?
So, you do know what I'm talking about.
Playing games. What did you do?
Well, a couple things.
Damn
Talked a
it.
little. Maybe we did something other else than talking.
You could see her face twist with maybe anger, maybe grief, perhaps. Tears beginning to pool in the corner of her eyes as she clenches her teeth together. Her mind racing with the possibilities of what you're insinuating.
Who is he to you?
If we're talking about the same Clive, he'd be my uncle.
Ex-military? Got a nice suit of armor. Carries around a greatsword, perhaps?
Yeah, that's him. What did you do to him? What did you do to them? How did you even know where to find them?
That doesn't matter. You're lucky that it was us that did find them.
So, they're still alive. Then
Yeah. But what makes you think that you could... I get it. I've already talked to him till I was blue in the face. You don't prey on your own. I guess you don't really think we are your own.
we who? The wardens? No, absolutely not. Maybe once I had hope. But no. Not since. And she goes quiet.
Not since what?
I have a pretty big family, you know. Not sure if you met them all when you met Clive, but it's a good amount of us. I'm one of the younger ones. But I did have a younger brother. Duen was his name.
Oh fuck.
When the wardens came, we were all pretty hesitant. The work started slowing down. But we were tentative. Some of us thought about joining, some of us didn't. Darian went off. Joined the wardens. Tried to convince us to go with him. less than 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, he was killed by a demon, torn apart. There wasn't even a body to recover. He had no place in this fight. His heart was too big. Lack of common sense he had. But that's what the wardens do. That's what you people do. You take the desperate and the naive and callously send them to their deaths. So yes, I wanted to make them pay. To burn. To send them into the same fucking hell that they sent my brother.
I get it. You're angry. You lost someone you love. I'm sorry. But these people have nothing to do with what happened to your brother, your own group. Us. We're all just people. You don't think I've lost people too? I told you about it. You don't think Clive, your uncle, knows exactly how war goes? It's all the same. The Wardens is just like the military. But we're all trying to do something for our fellow men and women. There's devils and demons out there. I could have very well been just like your brother. I could have just been unlucky. And that could have been me too. That's just the way war goes. I'm sorry. Doesn't mean you have to burn it all to the ground.
You can see as the tears drop from her eyes and wet the wooden table that you guys are sat at. The sound of the canvas door being pulled open. Cheryl re-enters. Well, it was a bit difficult for me to not overhear that. She looks down at Enya. We wardens, we are not the law. We have our own rules and regulations, but we can't have you jailed for breaking those rules. It's our own fault if we allow unsavory individuals such as yourselves into our ranks, so we have to deal with that in our own way. What are you gonna do to me? Oh, well, certainly expel you from the wardens, though from what I heard, that's not gonna carry too much of a weight on your heart. But just know that if you ever come back to any town or city with a warden base, well, let's just say you'll be met with hostilities. And I think you should be grateful that that's all that's going to happen to you. So I can just go? Well, I'm not sure. Bishop, what do you think? Maybe we should ask the rest of Mastiff. I mean, they're the ones that you are preying upon, aren't they? I assume that these bandits that met you and you, Bishop, well, I can't imagine they were intended for Phoenix Group. Must have been your own. Must have somehow navigated and maneuvered and manipulated them into position to be stolen from, Maybe we should leave it up to them what happens to you. What do you think?
Definitely does seem like that's what it was, Cheryl. I mean, I I guess it wouldn't hurt to get their input, but I think she was just acting rashly and
Well, this is a bit more than a crime of passion. This seems very methodical.
that's why you make the tough decisions.
Well, now that the truth's come to light, I think that I'll share that with the rest of Mastiff Group. We'll leave Anya here for a while, but unfortunately I can't have this situation taking up too much more of you or Phoenix's time. I really need you to get on the road towards Glimmerdale and Silver Lake beyond.
Just try to make sure she leaves you in one piece. I'm not trying to. I just don't think that I just don't think we should do anything too drastic.
Well, like I said, we're not the law. We're not going to enact any sort of capital punishment. It's quite the... comes with the territory. Not everyone can be like you or your friends, Bishop. Some people come in just because they want the money, and others occasionally with more nefarious intentions. But if we had the luxury of a long and extensive vetting process, then, well, we wouldn't be in quite the pinch we are with these fiends, now would we?
Yeah. All right, Cheryl. Well, I guess like I said, this is why you make the tough decisions, and
Well, let's go and gather up the rest of Phoenix. I have some riding horses for each of you so that you could ride fast and hard to Glimmerdale, where you'll be set up with replacements. I need you to get to Silver Lake as fast as possible. A cart's just not going to cut it.
all right. Yep. We'll get a move on right away.
So, Bishop and Cheryl leave the tent and find the rest of you as she walks with you guys to... What's up? As she finds... What?
I wasn't gonna say something, but now I am gonna say something.
Okay, what's up?
I was just gonna turn back and look at Enya, and then just say one last thing before I walk out of the tent. It's like, it's a shame. I thought you would have made a great warden. And then I just leave with Cheryl.
Alright. Enya doesn't respond. She just has her head hung, her hair kind of curtaining her face, shading her eyes. You can't see her. She just sits there kind of stoically. Alright. So, as you head out, meet up with the rest of the group, and begin to walk towards the stables, Cheryl speaks up to all of you. So, she has reached out, said the situation in Silver Lake is changing from the sound of it a bit for the worse. I'm not exactly appraised on what's going on there, but I'm assuming that these words will mean a little more to you than they did to me. Said that some cases have broken out in Silver Lake itself. He assumes that it somehow got picked up by, in some way or another, from one of the doctors or physicians, if you understand what that means.
Yeah. That's the reason why we were doing what we were doing in Millgrove.
Yes, and I believe you have quite a bit of that cure that you came down here to create. So you'll take with you what you can, riding, but there's plenty more that will follow behind you at as fast a pace as a cart can handle. But I do need you to go on ahead of that. We'll assign another warding group to escort that cure to Silver Lake behind you. They should be arriving probably a few days behind you, if you ride hard and fast enough.
All right. Let's get a move on, everybody.
Right.
So, you guys load up riding horses for all 6 of you with some provisions for the trip, as well as some doses of the curative potion. The rest of the vat that was made by Gilderbon will be loaded onto a cart and follow behind you. Although,
Um,
hmm?
would I be able to see if they were able to get a bag of holding? Or how much that costs? The rest of the cost of it?
Sure.
Because that may help us
Yeah.
transport more.
Okay. And you roll a d20 for me?
That's the 2.
2?
Sag.
Okay. So, nope, that's fine. So you put 400 down. The total cost is going to come out to needing another 10 gold.
Okay.
It's going to be 5 times whatever you rolled. Was going to be how much more it ended up costing.
Yay!
Wow.
Mission failed successfully.
Successful
Sensational.
failure.
Yeah, there you go. Because it said it would cost anywhere from 400 to 500 gold or so. So,
Wow.
400 down plus a potential 20 times 5 is 100. So, yeah. So 410 is the total. All right. So, yes, actually fresh in this morning.
That's
Here
amazing.
you are. Well, I had to rush the letter to Glimmerdale to have the merchant pick it up, but I'm sure they'll be glad to have moved something this expensive, especially in this area. Not too many people are keen to spend this kind of coin.
But it's so worth it. Imagine what I can put in here. Well, right now I need to put some cure in here, but
Okay, well, have fun putting stuff in your bag. It can fit quite a lot. Are you familiar with how it works, all of the dimensions and its capacities?
Do you have, no.
It, let's see, I don't think it came with any sort of instruction manual, if that's what you were asking, but I can quickly go over it with you. And he goes over the different pockets in the bag and how much can be held and the volumes and etc. etc.
And I'm sketching this over some page in a book that I have.
Sure.
Just take it out of my backpack and I'm like, And then, yep, okay, yep, thank you.
Gotcha.
And I'm doing
and
gimme
with you,
hands.
Uh-huh.
Yes, all excitedly, just probably smiling kind of maniacally. And of course heading directly to the group, or maybe I need to buy containers.
Containers?
Well, because I don't think whatever we were transporting the cure in will just fit entirely in the bag.
No, it won't, but there's enough stuff, when you guys got there and when Cheryl told you to wait for her, she was already making preparations for you guys to leave and go meet up with Ches and Silver Lake.
Okay.
So you can definitely fit a lot more of the doses of this cure than previously. So let's say each of you on your horses can carry 20 individual doses each. So that's 120 doses total between the 6 horses. And then depends on how much you want to fill your bag of holding with, Persephone. As much as you can to the brim. What?
Well, I mean, yeah, if it would be safe to travel in it, probably as much as could safely be transported.
All right. Let's say. Bag of holding math.
The best type of math.
Well, it's going to take some time to vial up. To get the vials and all of that.
We don't
so.
have that much time, so maybe just bring 40, I guess, instead. You know, it's like so that we're not standing around waiting for me to. Because it is coming along behind us, right? You know, so.
It's coming along
maybe
behind, but you guys
just-
are going to be riding fast in front of it. Yeah.
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 So just whatever, it's fine.
Okay. So yeah, you quickly bottle up another 20 or so as Cheryl explains the situation. The word that she had received from Ches. So basically so you guys are gonna ride hard and fast to Glimmerdale? If you do and run these horses ragged, you should be able to get there by the end of the day, at which point you'll be supplied with fresh horses to get through the pass. After a night's rest and early in the morning, should be able to get to Silver Lake within another day if you, again, run the horses real hard. So, hate to send you off so soon, but seems like we need you out there. Hmm. So,
How long is travel? About
it depends on how hard you run the horses. But you could get to Glimmerdale. You could get to Glimmerdale in a single day's travel if you really push the horses. Yeah, are you guys all comfortable, familiar riding horses?
we're about to find out.
I'm a
Mhm.
passenger princess at heart, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
I mean, I would think that's a land vehicle, so I should be.
Horses are not land vehicles, but you're probably fine. No, horses are not land vehicles. I've looked into this. Horses are not land vehicles.
Is there a type
My
of
favorite.
check that we have to
There could be, yes.
roll?
Hell
Check,
yeah.
check. I'm ready to find out if I'm incompetent or not.
No.
One bucket.
Yeah. Remember what your alignment is, and I think you can answer
I
that
mean,
for
so do you
yourself.
not want to take your own horse?
If I'm not sharing with Bishop, then I'll take my own horse. I guess I'll take my own horse.
Okay. Ezekiel?
Yeah, I'll go on my own horse.
Okay, that's more doses that you guys can carry, so. So, you each mount up, and with a kick, begin to ride off, kicking up dust in your wake as you head off on the road from Twin Hills towards Glimmerdale. Could everyone please make an animal handling check?
Ooh.
As
My
you're riding the
weakness.
horses hard. Hours passing, the horses becoming steadily. You try to find the balance between pacing them for stamina and pushing them for speed.
Yo,
It's wisdom, so yeah.
Fred stays being the best animal handler.
Oh shit! I didn't know it was wisdom. Fuck yeah!
Alright. It looks like we just need Azel.
Yeah.
That's
That blue vortex guy.
5!
Oh.
That's crazy.
Hey, he can always go in a crystal ball on my horse.
Hey, what about me?
No.
Alright, so as you guys are riding, going at a very, very quick pace, but although, you know, after a couple hours, after 2, 3, 4 hours of riding, you get into the rhythm of controlling the horse and keeping the pace, and it even gets maybe a little bit boring. So boring, in fact, Melody, that you feel like you could both ride this horse and play your lute at the same time. Taking out your musical instrument, you decide to strum a few chords to, you know, provide some ambiance and atmosphere to the ride, but unfortunately, you start to lose control of your horse. Your horse, which begins to veer and kind of veer towards the other riders. Fred, you pull back as you see Melody and her horse on a collision course with you, and you manage to slow your horse just in time to avoid her ramming into you. But unfortunately, Azul, this leads you to be blindsided by the crazed bard, and your horses collide with each other. You both manage to stay upright just with Melody regaining control of her reins. However, each of your horses do lose 10 doses as the bags smash into each other, and you hear the shattering of glasses and the spilling of this cure from the saddlebags.
Ow. I'm sorry,
How am I not surprised?
You know, at this point, you must have a grudge against the doses. This is impressive.
No, that's not what it is. My lute just needed a tuning, and I lost concentration on my
And-
horse.
And that, you know, I'm just gonna like kind of yip my horse forward. I'm never gonna.
Just fat. Ezekiel and his horse speed out of frame.
Who else but Melody?
Oh my god! If that weren't unfortunately true.
Yeah, I feel like she looked into the camera when she said that.
I did.
Just waiting for the laugh track to roll in.
Hold up.
Bloodlands was filmed in a live studio audience.
Oh my gosh.
Oopsie.
Are they part of a sitcom? Fucking Ezekiel and Melody.
Yeah. Melody.
One is a priest that drinks too hard. The other is a klutzy little bard. Ezekiel and Melody. Come.
Someone needs to animate that right now.
Yo, let's make it with ChatGPT right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be goaded.
Alright. So, you guys move up the hills, pushing the horses the last couple hundred meters into Glimmerdale. As you dismount at the stables, more than a few of them go and nearly collapse in exhaustion. The stable hands seem to have been waiting for you, and they're ready. Your you have fresh horses ready for you in the morning. Boys, come take care of these beasts. And some hands rush over and begin to care for the exhausted horses. Anything you guys want to do in Glimmerdale for the evening before, or just rest up, get ready to continue the hard push in the morning?
Well, I think Persephone would try to go see if she could meet with the Lord Byron Maltier.
Okay. You get to the gates, the guards there. Don, I recognize you. What you looking for?
It's good to see you. I was just hoping that maybe the Lord might have a little bit of time to spare for a short meeting.
It's quite late. I know he's already turned in for the night. If you want to come back in the morning, sure. Otherwise, I could pass along a message for you. I'm sure you'd not be too perturbed to chat with you or any of your friends, after all. He's quite satisfied with the way the mines have been working as of late. You and your buddies made him quite a lot of money, you know that.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad it's working out. So there is no way I could see him tonight. I'm urgently needed elsewhere. I mean, I have to leave at first light, probably.
Make a persuasion check.
And that's a 13.
No promises, but I guess could at least ask.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Hey, Reynold. He calls back to one of the roving guards. Yeah, what's up? Can you head inside for a moment, see if Lord Molter can meet with one of them wardens that you worked with earlier? Tell him it's one of the ones that, the ones that did the business with the mines and solved the problem, well, the case about his wife. Yeah, I'll let him know. Within 10 minutes, Lord Molter is walking out of the front doors, wearing seems to be a silken nightgown. Oh, well, if it isn't Persephone, I must say. When I was told that one of the wardens that I had dealt with so frequently was here to speak, your face was the first to come to mind. For better or worse. What may I owe the honor of this late night meeting?
Sorry, I rode all day to get here. Here, and I'm gonna take out the flyer and hand it to him.
Oh,
So,
this is it's barely legible. A sellsword service. You can't say I'm familiar. What does this have to do?
well, I know that you employ quite a few people, and at the mines as well. And, this company seems to have gone out of business because, well, the wardens have taken up most of the work with
Well,
devils
yes.
and demons in the area. It's,
The wardens are the ones who provide me with this kind of service, as they are the ones who take a very keen interest in the ore that comes from the mines.
well, Clive, Ditmer, he's responsible for several people's livelihood, about 50 or so, and I didn't know. I thought maybe you might have some work or know of either in the mines or, you have quite a few guards around.
Guess, I suppose. Though, like I said, you wardens do typically handle a lot of that kind of work, although uh, more recently than not, I've been needing to outsource those jobs as you've been needed elsewhere. I guess that, well, the fiends aren't gonna slow down for anyone. Huh. So, if I were to need the services of this Ditmer fellow, how could I contact them?
I actually asked him to come meet with you, but it'll take
Oh,
about 3 weeks' time. I was hoping that you would agree to meet with him at least.
I see no reason why not. 3 weeks, I should be able to open up my schedule enough for a meeting if, it's someone with your recommendation. That does not. It's not something I would take lightly.
Well, he's certainly proficient in combat, I can tell you that much.
Well, he continues in the accent that he has been using this whole time.
The split personality.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. He continues speaking with you, Persephone, in the accent that has been using this whole time. Well, if it comes with a personal voucher of, from you, then I will certainly meet with this man. And if he is as good as you say, I'm sure that there will be work to be had.
Proficient,
Now,
yes.
why must I say this seems so important to you? Certainly, gentlemen of such fine combat prowess would be of more use to the wardens, wouldn't he?
You see, because the wardens kind of put him out of business and his people on hard times, he's sorta.
I'd say no more. I understand. Well,
And I thought of you
look.
because, you're an entrepreneur. Both of you are businessmen. I'm sure you can come to some sort of arrangement.
Well, yes. I certainly don't want to sully relations with the wardens, so I'll have to tread on thin ice when it comes to what kind of jobs I can mete out to him and his, but there are gaps, there are things that I need taken care of that I can't always rely on the wardens for, especially stuff like personal security and and the like. Plus, I'm sure that you and your wardens wouldn't mind having a few extra squads around, not tied down to babysitting carts of ore all day and night.
I think
But we'll see after I meet with this man.
that's more than fair. Thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you.
And, if it doesn't work out, no problem.
Well, no problem.
I mean, I'm hoping it does, but I can, use your judgment as well. If there isn't an agreeable, there aren't terms to come to that are good for both of you, then,
Oh, absolutely. I'll meet with this man as a favor to you, but yeah, that doesn't mean I'm just gonna go ahead and hire someone that I don't got the right feeling about. Well, if that's all that you needed to see me for, Persephone, well, I think I'm gonna head on back into bed. It's quite late at night. I think you should get some rest as well. You do look like you've been pushing yourself today.
I apologize, and thank you for meeting with me, sir.
Oh, no need to apologize. Well, I'm sure this won't be the last time our paths cross, so maybe next time you or your friends can come inside and have a drink. But as for now, I'll have to say goodbye.
Good evening. Persephone will turn and walk away.
All right. He nods and heads back in. You guys get a room, get some sleep, and in the morning grab your horses and head off. Is there anything that you guys wish to do or speak of before you ride through the mountain pass in your return to Silver Lake?
Just like a super early in the morning thing for Ezekiel. I'm gonna go out to Ogden's grave, just visit it for a little bit, and then I wouldn't be gone too long.
Okay. Yep. So super early in the morning, before even first light, you make the trip down the hill towards Ogden's grave and back up by the time that everyone else is woken up. You guys get some food in you and head off. You ride hard through the day, again, pushing the horses to the brink of exhaustion. Crossing through the mountain pass, slowing sometimes to a crawl as you maneuver the horses across perilous terrain. But you manage to come across the other side and you follow the river back towards that small farmstead, the small group where you had originally seen the doctors coming out to tend to those that had fallen ill with a strange illness that you had learned was that spore infection. You're passing by that village, that little, not village, but that little grouping of houses and farms right now. It seems empty, but it is nighttime when you get here. But it is pretty quiet.
I'm beat. We've been at it for, it seems like, way too long now.
Look around. The houses that you can see all seem to be dark. Like no hints of candlelight or anything. But you guys can keep pushing towards Silver Lake if you want. Although I'm not sure if the horses are gonna be up for making that trip if you push them too hard. It would definitely require a check for them.
Like my safe horse travels.
Even though it's dark, could I just kind of go around and shout a little bit? Is anybody ill here? You know. Because obviously, if it's quiet and dark, they'll hear me, maybe.
Yep. So you go around, like, kind of trotting around the horse and shouting this as your voice echoes and trails off. The sound of the nighttime insects and the lazy flow of the river takes over as the background white noise, no responses.
Were you saying that you thought we could press on, Bishop?
No, I was saying that I prefer to play it safe. Doesn't matter if we get there quickly, if all our vials are broken. We've already lost 20. Clears that melody.
Looks down, very disappointed.
Thankfully, there's a cart behind us. Obviously, we'll be there quicker, but there's more than just 100 now. Also, looks at Melody. What was the starting number again, Melody?
What? Don't look at me. Looks at Azul. What was the number again?
You know what? What is it? You know, you went to college, surely you know 100 plus. What number equals? Oh man,
Probably not that college.
surely.
Didn't go to college.
Canonically,
Oh, helm
you
in
went
the
to college.
sky. May I
No.
roll for an unarmed attack against Ezekiel?
Hell
my
won't protect
gosh.
you from me.
Yo, Ezekiel's is getting punched by everybody
That's
today.
crazy. No, please
Yeah, as if
protect
he
me.
doesn't deserve it.
As if I don't deserve it.
True.
So,
Deserved.
so yeah, no responses to you yelling, Persephone.
Yeah.
How far would the town be on foot?
On foot, probably a couple hours.
Okay. So if I leave my horse here with you and I walk, then you guys can stay and bring the rest of the stuff tomorrow, right? I mean, if you think you could handle an extra horse.
Persephone,
If you're
Bishop, can you
braving the
guys make
venture,
perception
I'd be
checks?
joining.
And Azul, I guess. Can someone make a perception check, please? First one wins.
Oh. I got a 18, and
Alright.
that's plus 4, so that's 22.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So as you guys are kind of huddling up and going over your plan, Ezekiel, you hear sounds like a muffled, weak cough from a nearby house, followed by the clattering of maybe something like metal dropping onto the floor, like somebody knocked over some furniture or something.
Not that I think it matters since I did pretty well. I actually had a 25. I forgot I have proficiency in perception.
Okay.
So there was a clattering, you said, in a house nearby?
Yes, specifically, it sounds like, a candelabra fell, like a night candle. Since you rolled a little bit better, you hear the
Ooh.
particular dinging and the sound of, something like a circular dish-like object rolling and then warbling and coming to rest on the wooden floor.
Persephone, I heard some sort of clattering. It came from that house.
That
I'm gonna
one?
point to it. Yeah. Yes.
I'm
Um.
rushing towards it.
All right, you rush
It-
towards it.
It sounded like there was a person in there, so I'm gonna start running after her. It was like a candelabra or something. I don't know. It sounded like some sort of dish.
Thank you, Zeke.
Thanks, Zeke.
Oh no, you're going so quick.
Wow, he was
So-
right. Those pointer ears are potent.
But the halfling wasn't wrong.
So you go towards the house, Persephone. The door's locked.
I'm also.
I'm just gonna be like, knock on the door and hello, do you need help?
You hear a couple weak coughs and what sounds like maybe somebody like dragging themselves along the ground. Maybe like you hear that kind of sliding, scraping sound, and then it stops.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to come in, and I'm gonna try to break open the door.
Right, make an athletics check.
Oh, I thought she was gonna punch the door handle.
Well, she said she's gonna break the door. Like that could very well be how she does it.
I'm kind of hoping for it. I'm not gonna lie.
The best part is she has thieves' tools.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
She's-
I don't have
Are we
time.
doing? Are we doing this the easy way or the hard way?
I
I'll
mean,
just blast the door.
21. All right.
21.
So
Break
you
the
hear
door.
the sound of Persephone, the gauntlet thrumming with the thunder energy as she punches the door off of its hinges, and the door itself flies open, a gaping hole now in it, as it's totally lost the door handle. You see a simple bed with the blankets strewn, cascading off of it and trailing to where this person had made their way, fallen out of the bed, and has started to crawl towards the front door. The bedside table knocked over, and you can see where the small candle holder lays a few feet away, the sound of the metal clattering that you had heard, Ezekiel. The person now is face down on the ground, unmoving, hand kind of outstretched towards the door as if they were trying to get to it.
Can I rush in and go check their pulse?
All right, you rush in, you check their pulse, you turn them over. There's a pulse. It is faint.
Hmm.
Fainter than you would like and coming slower than you would like.
She's fading. Or actually, who? What are
Yeah.
they?
Mhm.
Okay, okay, just making sure. She's
Sure.
fading quick. Persephone, what?
Here.
Can I?
And she kneels down and
Okay.
takes out one of the doses of the cure, and she's like, "You need to swallow this. I know you
As
don't
you kneel
have
down,
much energy, but
her eyes open up wide. She looks to both you and Ezekiel. A small smile begins to form on her face. Oh, it's you. Hello. We
here,
found it.
found what?
Our home. and that's where we'll pick up next time.
What? What?
Oh shit!
We founded our home. Our what?
No, okay. Remember the episode that I wasn't there? The mushrooms?
It's the spores.
It's
from,
the spores.
From
Oh
Vayne,
my god.
from out by Milgrove.
Oh,
where we got the herbs that were growing there. We had to clear the way, and
Bueno. Yeah, that's crazy. Dun, 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 dun. No, 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 no,
We
no, no.
continue.
Dum, 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 dum. All right, well, that'll be that. I will see you guys Wednesday, hopefully, where we'll pick this up and find out what exactly is going on in Silver Lake.